we tried to create a character, a dog character for our game. The game is inspired by Courage the Cowardly Dog and Amnesia. I haven't played Amnesia, but I'm assuming it's inspired by it. I should really play it when I have the time. Main mechanics we're gonna be used is light and shadow manipulation, and the main experience we're gonna create is a relief for the player. So this is gonna be a very small scope game, but like it or not, there's actually some stuff that I can already see are happening. Anyway, the idea is very simple. You are a small dog on a farm in the middle of nowhere, and you're trying to survive till the sun comes up. If you get too scared, you will wake up the owners, who will throw you out of the house, and then you will die. So the whole point of the game is to survive the night, and each night with different monsters, more monsters maybe, could be more monsters. If they get too close, your stress meter will increase. If it's too dark, your stress meter will increase, and at a certain threshold you will panic, start screaming, run away, and that way you will wake up the owners. So what you're trying to do is find the light, and the light then banishes the shadow monsters without... as long as you're in the light, you're safe, but the light quickly diminishes, so you need to conserve the light. And yeah, for now this is the main everything. And the next actionable step is creating a character. So this is what I have. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Right, wrong one. Let's... don't save. Just open the last one. Right, so the last time I had this weird issue. This morning, I should say. The reason I had this weird issue is because... probably because, I don't actually know. Because of this. And I can't... see, if I move this one, everything else moves as well. What that tells you is that the peering is at fault. If I remove the peering, Alt P and... maybe I need to do this in edit mode. Okay, parent. Then come back to pose mode. Still does this, so that's not the issue. Not entirely sure what is the issue. The only thing that I could guess is that it's being influenced by something. What that something is, I have no idea. So, I think I have to redo the rig from the beginning. Yay me! I said an amateur. I remember how to do it, give or take. Click here, view port. Hello there, Eternal Lord. How are you doing? Bounce in front. Good enough. Me? I'm doing okay. I mean, I'm doing okay. Just having a crisis right now with this armature that I've been trying to do for what feels like forever now, but other than that, I'm okay. Thank you for asking. How nice of you. Let's see. And this one. This one. Let's move it. Yes. Let's move this to here. I think both of these this way, maybe. I feel like it needs to be. So what I'm trying to do is create a game here. It's gonna be the neck, and this is gonna be the head. Oh shoot, it's in the wrong place. Let's move it into the right place. Yes, perfect. Now, put the cursor over here. Shift A, create another bone. Maybe like so. This is gonna be our shoulder bone. Fun fact, the human body, or I'm assuming dog body, doesn't have a shoulder bone. Click the X mirror button in the top right corner. Clicked. But now mirror everything I do. Options. Access mirroring. Huh, that's weird. Why doesn't it work? Oh man. That doesn't matter, I'm just gonna mirror it later. No, you have to extrude and not to add. So like this. Or am I not extruding? Is this still adding? I feel like I'm still adding instead of extruding. Should I have like buttons here, you know? Like all the YouTubers do? Have buttons right over here so people can see. How do I do that? You know what? I'm gonna figure all of it a little bit later. What I want to do right now is add another bone. It's an add-on called Screencast Keys. Oh, so it's an add-on, huh? Okay, very cool. Let's see if I remember. Guess I need to download it. I was kind of hoping that it's gonna be here by default. Okay. Let's see. Blender Screencast Keys add-on. Right. Document tutorials, projects. Stanley Creative. Hold on, I can find this. I'm a grown-up, sort of half-intelligent man. I can figure this out. Download and before installing ski, click here. Ah, thank you very much, Eternal Lord. You are amazing. I really appreciate the follow. And I really hope that you will log in once in a while, just, you know, to hold my hand for all of this. Because I'm so scared. No, I'm kidding. I'm okay. The archive. Blender's installation tool from disk. Okay, let's download this one. Shoot, 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 shoot. Oh. Alright, got it. Download it. Now, just to figure out How in the heaven's name will will I actually wait? I'm assuming this is just, yeah, okay, so there should be a Blender way to do this. Tab and there you can search it instead of that. Really? Oh my gosh. And here I am doing it the hard way. uh, Checking for extension updates. Screen keys, install. Shoot, I should have done this in the first place. It would have been so much simpler. Thank you very much, Eternal Lord, for helping me out with this. Okay, so now I have it. It's on. Now, will it work? Or will I need to... Whoa! I think I'm gonna have to reload everything. Save this, and that. Now click N. And screen keys. And... left, center, or right? Maybe right? Background, sure. Shadow, no. Screen keys on. Very nice. Background, no background. What do you think? Maybe I need to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, this doesn't make it any bigger. Offset. Line thickness, margin, mouse size. Ah, perfect. Okay. Now everybody can see it a little bit clearer. Again, shout out to you, Eternal Lord. Alright. What else did I want to do? Is this... that, this... Forgot how to... Ooh, nice. Not what I wanted to do, but ooh, nice. How is it that I forgot how to do it already? I'm in edit mode. Yes, I am. You said the origin of the screencast keys and the option tab thingy. Really? Oh. Lol. Origin, area, window, area. That origin. Yeah. Okay, not this one. Jeez Louise. There. No. Click the set origin and move your cursor. Got it. Set origin. Here. That is odd. If I set my origin here. Hold on, we can figure this out. We are smart people, right? Window, set origin. This window place doesn't work. Region, set origin here. Does not work. Align, it's fine. Hold, event, hold, status, area, bum bum bum. Ooh. So many problems. A little time. What if I put it here? Can I put it here? Can I put it here? No, I'm kidding. I really want to put it here, but for some reason, whenever I put it here, it does this. Side line is fine. Thickness, shadows, screen keys on. You know, set origin. Click on this one. Maybe I need to click a different button. Nope, doesn't work. You can see how many times I clicked N. Yeah, well, I'm gonna dabble with it some other time. For now, holy shoot, on kick I got even... Bro got a 2 for... Yeah, I got, on kick I got two people trying to scam me. That is insane, 2 bots at the same time. I have the wildest kind of luck. Like, seriously. Okay. Now. What is the button to... Shift A. It is Shift A. So I was doing it correctly. Let's quickly just add these bones right here. Let's add one here. Let's add one here. I'm actually redoing the entire rig because the first time I made the rig, something very strange happened. For some reason, the bones, specifically the control bones, for the IK rig of the foot, for some reason it influenced the arm. I didn't really understand what happened back then, but it's fine. We'll figure out later. So I'm gonna redo everything now. Oh, you can almost see it. Sorry, mate. Maybe adjust the offset of the key thing. Sounds like a good idea to me. Woot. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so the offset works. Now if we minimize it a little bit. Ah, I see the issue. Thank you very much, Eternal Lord. I did not... Thank you very much and have a nice day, Eternal Lord. I make it a bit smaller. Doesn't work. This is way too big. Font size. Let's set it to 20 maybe. Now it's too fucking small. Hold on. Page. And this. The wrap baskets. What is going on? Doing good. Yeah. Hmm. So with an S, you do this, right? That makes sense to me. You press Control S, that saves. Control Alt S. It should resize. And change the bones. Why did it change the bones? Change the amateur again to B bones. You know what? Since I already know the original problem, why am I even... I can just... don't save. Oh. Remember if I... edit this one. Somehow did it the last time. Great. This is not going the way I want it to go, honestly. Let's see, keep biddings. Let's find what I'm looking for, which is... what exactly? Hold on, I'm gonna open ChatGTP. Don't look at my stuff, don't look at what I asked GTP. There's a lot of things I asked that I probably shouldn't. Have a go. B-bone scaling. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, B-bone scaling. What was the term? Scale B-bone. There we go. Armature. Control Shift Alt. OMG. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna position it to the center. Oh look, it works perfectly well on the center. For some reason it doesn't work on the right side or the left side. One size. Reset. And no background. I think it's better. And that's it. Did it. Jesus. Jesus. Okay. I'll put it here. I'm gonna scale it up. Like so. Perfect. Yes. Now, I'm not entirely sure which bone I just picked. I picked a bone. Okay, so this is hip control, I think. Hip dot control. Let's see. This is the main bone. Just call it main. Elbow point L because it's the left side. Then we have knee point L because it's the left side. This is hand L control. Neck, head, waist, hip control. Hips, good. Alt H. Bring back my hip control, and there we go. Okay, perfect. Now we can go into the pose mode and go into constraints, inverse kinematics, armature, bone. What was it? Point? Lower leg. I think it was knee point. And armature and L control. Now we will give it constraint 2. And no, I was wrong. That is not. Yes, it was the opposite. My B. So this was supposed to be the lower leg control bone. And this was supposed to be the knee point. And then this one is 90 degrees. And there we go. Oh, shoot. Forgot to do something. Take this, this, this. This. Yes. Control B. Supposed to be in edit mode. Can keep offset. That's it. All of these are now linked. This to chest. This to chest. Keep offset of the chest. And this already has an offset, as you can see. So there's this. Whoa. Okay. And yeah, okay. I think now it's good. Probably. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Armature, the lower leg L control, armature, and knee point 90 degrees. And it's still effed up. This works well enough. This does not work at all. Sorry. Still doesn't work. Is this what I think it is? Lower leg L control, yes. I should. Okay, so what then? Was it supposed to be knee point? And this was supposed to be lower leg? Well, that can't be right. I mean, look at this mess. It's like I'm failing every single decision that I'm making with this. Wait, who's the... Alright, fine, I'm gonna check the tutorial. Jesus Christ. This is fine, probably.
Bone, and again, pull it in. That looks
Did this, did that, because I have a tutorial.
So now it's time to name our bones in front of the knee there.
The reason I didn't want to check the tutorial because I wanted to do it myself, but apparently I forgot how to do it.
Now select the very first bone added as the hips control. I'm going to grab the controller bone for the leg and go Control P.
Understood now. Makes perfect sense. I'll be sure now which offsets I should have to keep.
Now select the very first bone we added as the hips controller, scale it up again with Control Alt S, and go ahead and name it something like hips.control. Perfect. Now grabbing our upper leg bone,
control?
grab the hips bone, not the hips controller, and go Control P to keep the offset. And now we're going to grab the shoulder bone and the chest bone, Control P to keep the offset. That will work great. And now we're just going to grab our 3 controller bones. The leg controller bone, the hand offset, that will keep the offset. And now we're going to grab the shoulder bone and the chest bone, Control P, control. Perfect. Now grabbing our upper leg bone, we're going to grab the hips bone, not the hips controller, and go Control P to keep the offset. And now we're going to grab the shoulder bone and the chest bone, Control P to keep the offset. That will work great. And now we're just going to grab our bone and the chest bone, Control P to keep the offset. That will work great. And now we're just going to grab our 3 controller bones, the leg controller bone, the hand controller bone, and the hip controller bone. And then grab the master bone in the center and hit Control P and fill that up again with Control Alt.
Ah, shoot. I messed this up quite a bit. Need to clear the parents of this one. Need to clear the parents from this one. There we go. This is fine. This is okay. No more other parents.
Get our main control bone, placing it directly underneath our character. Now every bone needs to be connected to another bone, so we're going to start off by grabbing our elbow pointer bone there and grabbing the shoulder bone and go Control P, keep the offset. Now we can do the same thing for our elbow point bone there, grab that, and this time we're going to grab the controller bone for
this one is fine, this one is okay, then we take this one.
As the hips controller, scale that up again with Control Alt S and go ahead and name it something like hips.control. Perfect. Now grabbing our upper leg bone, we're going to grab the hips bone, not the hips controller, and go Control P to keep the offset. And now we're going to grab the shoulder bone and the chest bone, Control P to keep the offset. That will work great. And now we're just going to grab our 3 controller bones, the leg controller bone, the hand controller bone, and the hip controller bone. And then grab the master bone in the center and hit Control P and keep the offset. And now we're ready to start adding some IK constraints to make animation.
Alright, it worked. We're doing okay. It has to be like this. Finally works the way it's supposed to. Alright, next is this one, add constraint, inverse kinematics, armature. And is the last one, so first we need the elbow point object of armatures and hand control. No, that is not messy at all. Hold on, let me check this tutorial one more time.
Upper bone on the leg, jumping over to pose mode, and then you can go to the bone constraints. We're going to add a new bone constraint and choose inverse kinematics. For this, we're going to choose a target of the armature. The bone is going to be that controller bone that we added. So the leg controller bone.r. Change the chain length to 2, so it goes all the way up to the top of the leg bone there.
Like this, shouldn't be done.
The pointer bone that we did there. So again, choose armature, and then for that pull target, we're going to choose the knee point.r. So you can see that messed up the rotation. You're just going to want to choose the pull angle of 90 degrees. And that's basically it for the IK constraint. If you grab your IK controller bone now, you can see that we can animate multiple bones at the same time by moving that controller bone. And this makes animating a whole lot easier. So now let's go ahead and do it for the arm. So we're going to grab the lower arm bone, add a bone constraint, inverse kinematics again. And you're just going to go through the same process of grabbing the target armature. The bone is going to be the arm control.r, and then the pull target will be that armature again, and the elbow bone this time to point it at the elbow. This time we'll give the pull angle 180 to point it right at that pointer bone. And now you can see if we grab that arm controller bone, we can move all of the bones in the arm at the same time by just moving that one bone. But you can see
Now, the tip I got was that let me think a second. Waiting. Ah, shoot. Okay. Anyway, I have no clue what I'm doing. Like, yeah, this isn't working and I have no idea what to do next. I need to figure out what to do with texture painting, so let's
do some twerking, twerk it, twerk it, twerk it, twerk it, twerk it. So now if you grab your character and jump to weight paint, you can see we have all these vertex groups for our bones. And if we change the weight for any of these vertex groups, it's going to affect how much that bone affects the mesh. So for example,
there we go. Alright, I got it. Ba-ba-ba-bam-bam-ba-ba-bam-bam. There's supposed to be vertex groups here. No vertex groups here.
Works really well. Woohoo! Woohoo! This is where it's really fun. So go ahead and select your character in object mode, and then select your rig and go Control P, and then choose with automatic weights. And this will automatically is perfect for the left side now. You can see it works both.
This doesn't have any weights right now. Possible then that the issue is a different kind of an issue. We can add a chain. What? It bloody works? Hello? 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 Hi? Hi? Hello? For some reason, this works. Don't know why. Don't ask me, but it works. I don't understand what's going on. Last time it didn't work, this time it works. What did I do different? I honestly don't know.
and left side. Same thing with the feet. These all work perfectly on the left side and mode. And then you can go to the bone pull angle of the bones in the arm at the same bone would do. So now we can make animating the hand even easier by having the hand bone copy the rotation of our controller bone. So to do this, we're just going to grab our hand bone, add in a bone constraint, again in pose mode.
There's one thing I don't get is how did he make it translucent like that? The bones, I mean. I could really use that right now.
This one's going to be a copy rotation. We're going to choose the armature, and then for the bone that we want to copy, it's just going to be that hand control bone. Now all you have to do is rotate the IK controller bone, and you can see that the hand also follows it. So we're not going to have to animate two bones. Instead, we can just animate one bone. So to make, and then for the bone that we want to copy, it's just going to be that hand control bone. Now all you have to do is rotate the IK controller bone, and you can see that the hand also follows it. So we're not going to have to animate two bones. Instead, we can just animate one bone. So to make sure you have your bones parented the right way, if you grab your hip controller bone, you should be able to move the arms and legs as you see here. But you can see if you rotate that hips controller, the whole chest and head rotate at the same time. Maybe not what we want. So you can grab that chest bone, go over to the relations in the bone settings, and uncheck inherit rotation. This will allow you to rotate that. But without having the chest bone move at all. Perfect. So now we're going to do the same thing for the chest. We don't want the neck and head rotating, so just uncheck inherit rotation. You can grab that chest bone, go move the arms and legs. Make sure you have your bones parented the right way. If you grab your hip controller bone, you should be able to move the arms and legs as you see here. But you can see if you rotate that hips controller, the whole chest and head rotate at the same time. Maybe not what we want. So you can grab that chest bone, go over to the relations in the bone settings, and uncheck inherit rotation.
I think I made some. Anyway, I am great, and how are you? How was the doctors? Wait, was it for the same stuff that you were the last time for the X-rays? Because if it is, it's like it's been like a couple of months. What the hell? That is very slow. Or was it something else? Oh, by the way, I solved one issue. See? I have. And here's the secret. I have no idea what I actually did. Oh my god. Alright, but I'm not gonna ask you on, on stream what was wrong, if anything is wrong. I am curious though. I did sort of. You know what I did? I wish I knew myself. Something was off with the influences, so I redid the armature, and that seemed to fix it. But now I have a different issue. See, when I rotate this, when I move it, the feet should also be moving, but they're not. The hips are not moving either. That's also not what you want, because this is hip controller. It's supposed to control the hips. Because it doesn't control the hips, well, that means that it doesn't control the legs. If you're experienced, I don't think it should. But since I'm not experienced, see? It works fine. When I try to move this, it doesn't work.
Our elbow point bone there. Grab
Ooh.
that. This time we're going to grab the controller bone from the leg. Control P to keep the offset.
Oh yeah.
Select the very first bone we added as the hips controller. Scale it up again with Control Alt S, and go ahead and name it something like hips.control. Perfect. Now grabbing
No
our
idea
upper
how
leg
to make the
bone, we're gonna
bones
grab the hip bone, not the
transparent.
hips controller, and go
This?
Control P,
No.
keep the offset. And now we're gonna grab the shoulder bone
Doesn't
and
do
the chest
anything.
bone, Control P to keep the offset. That'll work great. And now we're just gonna grab our 3 controller bones: the leg controller bone, the hand controller bone, and the hip controller bone. And then grab the master bone in the center and hit Control P and keep the offset. Now we're ready to start adding some IK constraints to make animating really easy. So start by grabbing the upper bone on the leg, jumping over to pose mode, and then you can go to the bone constraints.
He did something and he didn't show how he did it.
Center and hit Control P. Controller bones. The leg controller will work great. And now we're just going to Control P, keep the Control Alt S, Control P, turn to keep the offset. Now select the very first bone we added as the hips controller, scale it up again with Control Alt.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google it or ChatGPT it. Translucent. Is that the armature? Object data properties? Where are those? Green stickman icon. This one? This one? Viewport display. Oh wait, I know. This one. Viewport display. There it is. And enable in front. There's a website and there's also an app. Like here. This is an app, ChatGPT, but it also can be a. You can also go to a website like so. See? Easy peasy. Didn't create anything. Odd. Yeah, it actually is. You know, the majority of an issue with learning is that learning everything from top to bottom is pretty much pointless, because you will only ever learn when you're actually doing the thing that you're trying to learn. For example, if you're trying to learn how to draw, it's more beneficial to actually try to draw and learn how to from the process itself. If you're trying to learn 3D software, it's more beneficial to just get feedback as you get stuck. So, well, that's what I think, at least. You could learn everything from scratch little by little, but you mostly just forget. Some things like, again, drawing probably wouldn't work that way, since you need to kind of learn the muscle memory, and you have to train your mind to see things differently. So you need to train your mind to see shapes, forms, and other stuff. I know this not much from experience and more from a theoretical side of things, because I've done a lot of research and I know a lot of stuff when it comes to drawing, for example, but I can't draw very well. But I know how to get there. I just don't have the time, and it's not really a priority. Anyway, having a tool that can give you an answer, a specific answer, whenever you actually need it, when you get stuck, is invaluable for learning, I think. The only trap here is, how do you make sure that it doesn't do all of your thinking for you? Because if it does, it's the same like tutorial help. For instance, if anyone who watches a lot of tutorials, they will realize that without the tutorials, they haven't actually learned anything. That is the tutorial hell, when you do a bunch of tutorials to learn something and you still haven't learned that one thing. So it happens because you don't challenge yourself. Watching a tutorial is fine, but you have to actually challenge yourself. Whenever you watch a tutorial, it's best you recreate the tutorial from your head. And if you can't, you go back and retry it, and you keep doing it till you actually ace it. So the only way to actually learn something is basically challenging yourself. Imagine a line, and this line is your, let's call it, competence line. So up to this point, it's how much competence you have. If you want to learn, you just have to, at the very least, you need to be here, a little bit above that line. If you can go here, it's a 0 stress zone above your competence, or a comfort zone is the right zone to be for learning. If you can do that, then you will learn exponentially if you just keep doing it over and over again. So the only way to actually do this, to find this line, is a feedback loop. And that's where it gets difficult, because the best feedback you can actually have is from a person that understands the craft. So a mentor. And to this day, I'm not entirely sure. Actually, I am pretty sure that GPT or any other AI cannot do what a mentor could do. So yeah, if you want to learn something, a mentor is still best for feedback. You need good feedback to learn anything. When I start to talk about stuff, I just can't shut up, you know? Can't help it. Okay.
Alt S and go.
Let's see. Switch viewport shading solid. Turn on X-ray. Is this solid? Acid slider. Use overlays. Use overlays. 3D view top right corner. Overlays drop down. I think it's this one. No, this is shading. Amateur overlays. Oh. On. We can put picture. I don't understand. One thing about GTP which is quite nice is I don't understand something, I put in a picture, I ask it a question, it generates an answer that is most likely to be the correct answer. It is a prediction model after all, so it doesn't know things. You can see the head, tail lines inside. You don't need to enable X-ray transparent for that. How to enable display? In post mode, or edit mode, select bone, go to bone properties. This is data bone. Bendy bones. I'm curious, but let's leave it alone for now. Where is, okay, this seems like bone properties. And the display, no, yes, B bone panel. I have nothing like that. I wasn't expecting this to be so hard, honestly. I've done an armature before. I've done it fully and it worked. Hell, I can prove it even. Maybe I can. Oh. Yes, I can prove it. Here, see, I've done an amateur before. I've animated before. This is not the first time for me. Why is it so difficult? I don't understand. Maybe the tutorial is off. Like, this amateur I made is pretty cool. I made it from scratch. Yeah, it was supposed to be for my platformer game. I did exactly the same style. As you can see, it has problems. Yeah. Wait. Wait a second. There were more actions. Let's see the dope sheet. And yeah, there's only running. What? What? What happened to... Oh, shoot. Wait. Because I had... no, don't save. Still running. No. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is the jump start. This is what happens when he jumps. He jumps like this. Then we have an idle. This is just him being cool and idling. Man, that is very cool. Actually, the thing that I really liked was animating. For video games, I mean. I really freaking enjoyed it. Like, it was very fun. Then we have jump. Then it's the fall. Oh, basically it's the landing. No idea what this is. This is the run. We already saw it. And I have no idea what this is. But I really think this is cool. It's supposed to be looking this way, I think, in the video game. It has a snappy vibe. It's what I wanted, you know? I wanted the player to feel a little bit on edge, like his character. Everyone would be very snappy. I like that kind of animation style. I don't know. Anywho, thank you, Wei, for joining me. By the way, I got a new sub, so... Well, not a sub, a follow. Still good enough. And I'm finished for today. And I will see you guys on Monday, and... Thank you, and you have a good day, Wei. Also, I will probably start streaming in the afternoons, because... I'm really trying to lose weight and work out a little, and I need my sleep. I need my beauty sleep. But I will definitely keep streaming, and I hope to see you again, Wei. You always brighten my day. So okay, I'll see you. I'll see you, man. Bye.